Well, now that we're off that Dejaric board of a planet, I say we burn sky until we see lines.
Welcome back to this Let's Play of Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2. We just got off of Telos, and Dejaric, by the way, is the Star Wars equivalent of chess, and so I think Atton has been complaining about being used as a pawn, but that's okay, he is a pawn. And, well, our other pawn here, maybe he's a rook, is making a lot of noise, so let's ask what's up. And he's swearing about something. And what did you do when you were connected? Do we really want to know? Is this going to be a PG comment? Well, apparently not, because it's being censored again. And apparently when they were downloading all of his memory core, he also downloaded all of theirs.
What is the machine saying?
It's saying that you should shut up. Oh, no. He's saying that in a much less polite way. Anyway, actually what he's interpreting is saying is that there was a record of the trial from when you were expelled from the Jedi in the records. So let's watch.
We seem to have found it.
Remember these faces, because we'll see
Do you know
many
why
of them
we have
again.
called you here?
And this is history, but you get to choose what you said at the time. And you can say that you came here because you chose to, rather than because you were summoned.
As Revan summoned you, so have you come full circle to return to the Jedi.
Why did you defy us? The Jedi are guardians of the peace, and have been for centuries. This call to war undermines all that we have worked for.
Is Revan your master now? Or is it the horror you wrought at Malachor that has caused you to see the truth at last?
Okay. You can, we'll continue our previous statement that Mandalorians had to be stopped.
You refuse to hear us. You have shut us out. And so have shut yourself out of the galaxy.
We feel that your true understanding of what happened at Malachor 5 will only happen in time, and it cannot happen here, near the battlegrounds where you fought.
You are exiled, and you are a Jedi no longer.
There is one last thing. Your lightsaber. Surrender it to us.
And, it magically disappears. I think they really meant you to do that with a single-handed lightsaber rather than the double blade variety.
Much defiance in that one.
You were correct, Kavar. When she was here, I felt it. It was as if she was not there. More like an echo.
Revan's influence has grown amongst the youngest of the Order. He speaks to their passions, not their sense. The war has touched them. Many of them have found themselves in the war against the Mandalorians.
It is as I feared, and I fear that we have played into the hands of the enemy.
We have not lost a Jedi this day. You felt it. She has lost herself. She is no Jedi. She walked Revan's path, but she was not strong enough.
I fear it is our teachings that may have led Revan to choose the path he did.
We are not the ones who taught him.
We take responsibility, Atris, not cast blame.
The choice of one was the choice of us all. Revan's teacher intended no harm, and Revan had many teachers since.
Yet they all stem from the same source. Her teachings violated the Jedi Code and lead all who listen to the dark side, as they did the Exile.
You are wrong. The dark side is not what I sensed in the Exile. Surely the rest of you felt it as well. That emptiness we felt. She has changed.
Whatever that wound was, it was of the dark side. We should not have let her depart. She will simply join Revan again, or perhaps worse.
What would you have done with her, Atris? Be mindful of your feelings. This is not Revan who stood before you. This one walks a different path.
No, although that may come in time. We let her go because we must. Where she travels, she carries her destination with her.
Malachor 5 should have been her grave. You saw it in her walk, and in the Force. It was as if she was already dead.
No, not death. Many battles remain for that one, if what we have seen is true. But the future is a shifting thing, and she cuts like a blade through it.
We should have told her the truth. A Jedi deserved to know.
No good would have come from it, even if what you believe was true. There's still the matter of Revan, and such truths could leave us vulnerable on two fronts.
Perhaps in many years we will call her before us and explain what happened to her, and how she may be healed. Until then, she must accept her journey.
But she may never discover the truth. And she will never know why we cast her out.
And that is the future we must accept.
Spoken like a group of Jedi.
Those Jedi sure like their secrets, don't they?
Anyway, you've never seen what happened afterwards, so that's new information to you in character. And, keep searching those archives, and, you know, just keep the R-rated stuff to yourself, huh? Yeah, the NC-17 stuff, too. And she also has a list. Atris apparently had a list of the missing Jedi, so let's look at that. These are the members of the Jedi Council, and their current locations. Well, we know where Atris was. And, yeah, okay. So, we knew all of those.
A strange coincidence.
It is no coincidence. There is some larger plan at work here, and we are walking into it. This is too convenient to be anything but a trap.
Okay, well, we don't know whose trap it is at this point. And, well, we're just gonna have to find these people, because they're the only ones who might know what happened.
General, is there a reason you don't carry a lightsaber anymore?
Atris took it from me?
That's not your lightsaber anymore. That belonged to someone who served Revan in the wars, not the person you are now. You could build another one, if you wanted to, but you know that.
Okay, and, we can say we're not afraid of doing so.
I never said you were, but whatever the reason, you should put it behind you. I know this. A lightsaber is part of who you are. Without it, you're not complete.
Okay, well we need some parts.
I think I can help you out there. I happen to know the parts you need.
Since when did he know about lightsabers? I thought that was a Jedi thing.
I spent a lot of time around Jedi during the war. None of them would let me take their lightsaber apart, but I did learn about their construction. We need a power cell, emitter matrix, lens and focusing crystal. Though I have to admit the crystal is beyond my means. Never did understand them. Those parts are fairly common, though a Jedi once told me that it's best if your lightsaber reflects you, and if it is constructed of things that identify it as your own. Just bring the parts to me before you get started building it. I'll make sure they're usable.
Okay, and so this is just another side quest. I mean, it's kind of an important side
For the
quest.
last time, no.
Yeah, you harassing Atten again.
Because you're programmed to force your opponent to go first, and nothing will convince me the computer doesn't cheat.
They're talking about Pazak, I'm guessing, and the computer, in fact, as far as I can tell, does cheat at Pazak. But so do you, because you can just reload if you lose.
Even if I didn't have to go first and somehow I didn't suspect you of counting cards, I still wouldn't play with a trash compactor. Yeah? How many credits?
Okay. There's some of these just random companion interactions. And, what are they playing?
Pazak. Well, I'm playing. It's cheating.
Sore loser, I guess.
Whatever, cheater.
Actually, T3M4 is a very good writing in that you don't actually have to understand what he's saying. You can kind of pick it up from sort of quote-unquote non-verbal cues. For all of the aliens and droids that don't actually speak language, T3M4 has the most sort of choices for the recorded files, and so he actually has a variety of language. And even though it's not actually obvious what he's saying, you can kind of get the sense of it. and we'll ask if we can play.
Sure, but I don't have any more credits to bet, so it's Republic Senate rules.
Republic Senate rules?
That's where we waste a lot of time trading cards and trying to win. But ultimately our decisions are of no consequence. It's like stalemate, except the goal is to pass the time until the audience gets bored and leaves.
Alright, well, I'll be going now.
All I'm saying is that you've gone for a long time without a memory wipe. Most droids behave erratically under those circumstances. I know that, but I'm fixing everything else around here, so I may as well take a look at you too. What was that? That's what I'm talking about. That is not normal droid behavior.
Can I ask what's going on?
I am not pushing you around. I just wanted to see if there was anything I could do to upgrade your functionality.
Okay. Better knows what he's doing.
Thanks for the vote of confidence. Good. Now let's get started. You wouldn't guess it from the outside, but it looks like you've been through a lot. Not bad. I'm all done with you. If anything comes loose, let me know and I'll put it back in place.
And that gives T3M4 a permanent con bonus. Which I don't care about because I'm not going to use him in combat ever again. And that's all we can fit into this episode. There's a lot more companion conversations we can do. I'm probably just going to summarize most of them. Most of them don't really add very much.